Good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful Sunday morning because I said so. I am just clearing out a little bit of space real fast and getting pouring some coffee because coffee is the nectar of joy. And I will be over on camera here in just a sec. Okay, that can actually go in the fridge. So I'm excited about something that we are going to be looking at. Well, I'm going to look at while on stream. I got the announcement last night while I was out. We had we were out cleaning up. Well, first we had the library thing, and then we had to go out and help clean up Dad's yard, which the work was mostly done when we got there. There were a couple of big pieces that we were able to team up and get taken care of. Um, but I don't know. Oh, it was folded. I thought it was torn. Um, but it wasn't anything like what I was hoping to be able to contribute to, which is fine. I mean, it's just that my one sister does a lot of the physical labor around the house, and I would love it if we could, spread that out a little bit better. That in mind, she got herself sunburnt pretty bad. I have an aloe plant next door that I am going to have to take a piece of the cutting over to her. So, what I want to do is put it in the freezer if I can before I take it to her, but I don't think I'm going to get that chance. I'm going to leave here in about 2 hours. I'm going to, well, that's a thing. Going to run and grab that or take that to her and drop the keys off so my dad can take care of the animals at my brother's house this morning. I've been taking care of them in the evening. He's at drills, so he's away for the weekend. There we go. I just let Dad know to watch for the aloe vera leaf because she's gonna need it. She looked like a lobster when she left. So, what is everyone up to this morning? I would love to know. Okay. I really need to get the monitors up a little bit. And we've got the stuff to do it, but my desk here doesn't like the idea. I'm thinking what I should do is grab this and put this over here, which would help with some of that. But I can't move where the tower is because the tower on the second computer is much larger than the tower on the first. So it doesn't fit under the other desk or other my desk extender. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. So, how is your weekend going? What did you get to relax and enjoy yesterday? Okay. I still have to set my hotkeys up and meld. Okay, so the thing that I'm kind of excited about is I got picked to help playtest Riftopia as a captain. I'm very excited about that, and that's what I'm going to be looking at. It's in the information's in Discord. I was so exhausted by the time I walked in. I figured I was going to read it, and I opened it up, and then I zoned. Like if we still did TV, I would have been the couch potato sitting in front of the TV, wishing I had it. Um, uh, Wishing my brain would finally just shut off so I could go to sleep. So let's go check this out. Filing in, release the cat. Your kitty should be popped in all at this point. Where's my kitties? Wait. Oh, there. Your kitty. Your kitty doesn't want to hang out with my kitty, apparently. Must feed the fuel up first. Then they'll come say hi. Or sleep. They both slept. Ah, pickles. No. No, the mic is registering fine. Mm. Oh, okay. Okay, good. What do Sundays and lazy cats have in common? They both refuse to move until absolutely necessary. Absolutely. Absolutely. How have you been? Have you had a wonderful night? How's your weekend? What have you guys been up to? Also, do I have upcoming? The notification is on. That's a new. I've already seen it. I've done that one. Ah, that'll keep my stuff going for a while. There we go. Voila. Okay, so in a little while I will be dropping the I will be shifting gears, just briefly putting up one of my longer videos and running to drop that stuff off to Dad so that he can do what needs to get done. Okay. There we go. I am going to be okay, I do have some still. Okay. Okay. Okay, so what is the most Okay, hold on. Okay, there's that. Let's go find Riftopia. Have you guys heard about Riftopia yet? Okay, so we got a category. Captains will be able to stream directly under the Riftopia category, making it even easier for the community to find and follow your adventures. We are excited to see everyone playing, sharing clips. I need someone who can share some clips for me, or plan to make some clips for me. Am I in? Okay. Oh, there I am. I was in the first wave and I totally missed my name. Okay. In the playtest captions channel. Wait, why don't I have permission? What did I? Hmm. Oh, there we go. Hello, Juxtapositor. For those who have been with me for a while, you know that we used to play Stream Raiders on this channel while Stream Raiders was a thing until earlier this year. We did it for 5 years. That was our timer. We would we would have fun, we would engage, we would share, we would take a break when it was time to play Stream Raiders. Everyone got the opportunity to work for a stretch together. Then we would shift gears and we would play for about, I think it was about 10 minutes. Um, and then we would get back to it. And um, our 10 minutes of Stream Raiders was always an asset because it gave us, those who weren't playing, an excuse to get up and stretch their legs, to get up and do their thing. And then those of us who were playing it gave us something to change gears with and shift the thought process. So now, by the looks of it, Riftopia is going to be our replacement, and that will be coming up here later this month, actually, starting on the 20th. So, and it's a game that you can play with the stream. So feel free to grab that and follow. Let me double check. It is just one T. Okay, welcome to the official Riftopia playtest. We are thrilled to have you on board. It kicks off June 20th at 1 p.m. What is the 20th? Like, can I actually stream at 1 p.m. on the 20th? Oh, I could. It's a Friday. So guess what I'm doing? Now it's 1 p.m. Eastern time, so it'd be noon my time. We can do that. Okay. Now, this is something that you, as a viewer of the stream, are able to participate in without any issue. Like, you can actually just jump in for free. This is not going to be charged or anything. This is not a game anybody will have to invest in, although there is also ways for streamers who are playing it to be able to monetize with art and other such things. I don't know if that'll be part of the pre-test, though. That would be kind of silly, huh? But, so it's noon my time, noon June 20th. If there is a Riftopia launch event, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get to that somewhere in this list, or in this letter, I will make sure to stream it when we're doing this. Yeah, let's see. Okay. We're going to add this, this command will be added to our rotation, and during the gaming ones, I'm just going to, at least for I'll just add those up there. One of the key faces of Riftopia, so keep it hype, keep it fun, and don't forget to share your streams on social media and tag Play Riftopia on all platforms. I think we can do that. So I have joined. This is good. Okay, and we are going to be getting some assets, so you guys will start seeing more of the Riftopia stuff showing up. Uh, Let's see. Hmm. Ooh, what do we got? I kind of like the new the second one. We didn't get any white, but it doesn't look bad, huh, Tal? How are you, my friend? I am apparently in need of coffee. So I did submit an application to play test Riftopia. I have Uncle to Ben. No, it really isn't. I am I am good, actually. I am very good. I got announced as a playtester for Riftopia. Which is what I was just reading and going over. I went through the Discord, and as I'm reading my acceptance letter, I'm sharing everything I can. We do not yet have logos and stuff, but as soon as I do, we will have that. And just like we used to have the Stream Writers panel, which this one will have like the Riftopia stuff and such. This blank thing, yeah, that's not at all what I was aiming for, but we'll go with that. Still hoarding Dragon credits. Okay, let's go back over to kitties. The pile of shinies. It was so nice to see Maggie the other day. I realized it was brief and I didn't really get into the conversations I'm used to getting into, but it was so nice for her to drop in. Tell her I appreciate that. Please. Oh, that reminds me. Okay, so when we launch Riftopia, some of my former Stream Raiders people, will you jump in with us? Please. At least to help us get it launched, I would be so grateful. I need to put some kind of notification on. Ooh. I'm going to put this on all messages for the moment because it's the playtest channel. And anybody who's in my Discord knows that my brain does not process go to Discord every day like I should. Somebody has suggested that we start doing um like watching videos together or watching movies together or something in the stream. Would that be something you guys are in Discord? Would that be something you guys who are in there be interested in? Well, hopefully that's not going to be a thing, the banning thing. We are the playtest runs from the 20th to the 1st. Let me go back up and read this again so that I know I have everything right. 20th to 30th, sorry. Are we good? Where are we at for time? Oh, fine. Okay, so I got the announcement. Now I need to. Okay, so I just put in the Discord that the Riftopia updates, or the Riftopia updates, as well as the Algos United updates. I think I'm gonna rename this though. I put it with Stream Games. Maybe it should be with Chat Games. I don't know, but yeah, that's gonna be fun. Okay, I think something crazy has happened. I have 4 cats trying to catch something. That means there's something alive. I'm going to kill my camera and investigate. I will still be I will still try to talk to everybody. Feel free to chat. Okay, paying attention to the other baby instead of the thing you're trying to catch is not how you catch things. I'm just saying. Okay, let's see if we can't bring him out. Did you find it? Okay, there's nothing here. You, your siblings are insane. But I will pet the baby. No. Yeah, I think McDonald's is getting very desperate, Juxt, which is why they're advertising to you. And no, they're not looking for a laser pointer. I'm about 99% certain there is something alive, but I have no idea what. Because we haven't had a mouse in this house, despite being really close to a field, even through the winter, which is usually get at least one. Although I think last year it might have only been one. Okay. Okay, if there's a reptile in the Midwest and alive, that's a pretty robust reptile, but totally possible. Unlikely, but possible. What did you find? I didn't see it. I have moved everything. What did you find? Okay, I won't stop you if you open that door. Crazy, but. Okay. My brain was about to do something and then it went in the other direction. So if anybody has any idea where it went, fill me in. Okay, we're not fighting, guys. Like that's just not okay. Thank you for the lurk, MJ. I was just coming to do the same. Would you like? Are we gonna have a standoff? Growl at your sister. Go ahead. No, you're gonna come say hi to me. It's like I'm not gonna get wet today, Mom. I'm just gonna come be nice to you. I'm trying to go through. I got to go through mine and figure out which ones I've got that'll work. Uh, um, braining. Okay. I hope laughter works better if I can hear you. Oh my goodness. Right. Oh, I guess I could go into the Discord, but you know. I usually only lurk in 2 streams at a time. Uh, and I have on my other computer, I have somebody else's YouTube up. Uh, I just yeah, and the only ones I leave up so I can hear them are ones where I am engaging or um oh my sweet Sophie, or ones um my brain, or ones where I'm trying to contribute somewhere, even if it's just temporary. It's I'd rather make sure that I'm um now I'm really scattered. Okay, so I put in the Discord to play Riftopia. I have mentioned to everyone to do the Riftopia thing. Um, okay. Double check this number before I say it out loud. That is not my thing. That's right. My number was right. I like that happens. Hmm. I am so glad the bots are excited to see each other. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. Wait. We gotta do that. Okay. So I've done that. I have sent my messages. I suppose where it says on Discord I should add my pronouns queen would not be appropriate. I must be in a good mood. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to watch this. Do you guys want to play it together? I don't know if I put it there, I won't hear anything. Okay. Are we growling? Where is she? Where's your sister? I know you don't growl, which is actually pretty impressive considering your sisters are weird. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I'm going to pull this up. Um, okay, hold on a second. I want to make sure that I've got everything. No, that's not everything. That is kind of it. Hold on. That's what I want. Oh, it's trying to go after a thing that isn't there. That's not good. That, however, is there. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's beautiful. But we are going to do us all a favor. I am going to crop this. Okay. Apparently need to zoom way out. I have no idea what is going on with that. But alright, whatever. But there's no need to look at all the other extra stuff, right? There we go. Okay. Tells you which isn't right. I'm sure I screwed something. I got something silly. Okay. Let's see if I can unmute the browser. You guys can't hear it. Hold on. Hold on. You guys aren't getting the sound. It's not as much fun if you can't hear it. Okay. So once I give it a completely separate one from what it used to be, that's going to be a problem because I can't have all those things. But let's try again.
Will soon connect them. No one knows why, but something shattered the balance. Worlds bleed together, shadows stir. The first tear opens soon. Stay close. The rifts are just the beginning. Reality is unraveling. If
There
no
we go.
one restores the balance, everything could collapse. Why am I reaching out to you? I'm desperate. I've been here since time itself. What cruel irony that I need your help. But without it, everything we all know may fall apart. What would it mean for you, you ask, to enter the rifts? You'd cross worlds, team up with others, uncover the forgotten. And with a little bit of care, turn this world into your very own. Our hope and your future await in Riftopia.
Not a bad intro.
I don't think you guys are quite ready for it. Can I get some hype in chat for Riftopia, everybody? Guys, welcome to the very first Deb stream of Play Riftopia. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's do this. Are you guys ready? I don't think you're ready. But let's do it. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Riftopia. Guys, I want to introduce this logo by saying a very special thank you to Kaihira. Kaihira is the amazing artist behind our logo. And hi, it's me. Hello. How you guys doing? Happy Saturday, happy weekend. Welcome on in to the Play Rifttopia dev stream. Guys, are you hyped? Are you hyped? Who's ready to get some info on play Rifttopia? Who's here? Who's here?
Okay, love you to
Ready.
bits, Meister,
Let's
but
do
we're
it.
going
It's
to
3 a.m. Oh my goodness, you guys.
we're gonna go a little further up.
Go. Guys, this is your coding squad. We have Flexistance. We have Ken, aka Frosty. You guys, they're probably chilling in chat right now. Make sure you say hi to them. And of course, we have Tux and Twitch and Twix. Tux's kitty is Twitch. Twix. Oh my gosh. Frosty and Tux have kitties named Twix. Oh, y'all are saying happy birthday? You know what? It's really funny you say that. Happy birthday, Flux. How you doing? Let's go, everybody in chat.
Okay, so we got our
Wish
coders.
Flux a very dev squad. But up first,
I think we're gonna see
Glaceon.
some
You guys know who Glaceon is. Glaceon doesn't need
familiar
much of an
people in some of
introduction.
the
You guys
team.
know Iron Lord, the man with the iron hammer.
See how
Keeping
this
all of us
goes.
safe. Y'all go check out the Discord. And remember, if y'all got any questions or anything, again, Discord.
If you have
Discord,
played
Discord.
Stream Raiders, you will
Discord,
recognize a lot of
guys.
these faces.
So let's keep going. We got the art team, and we do have some artists in chat. Here we go. We got JMD. You guys are going to see their art very, very, very soon. And we got Sarah. Guys, we handed the kobold a sword earlier, so be scared. No, I'm kidding. Sarah and Jay are amazing. Both of them stream. Go say hi to them.
Hello,
This is
Angel.
our art team.
We're going over
This is our
the.
art team. Guys, behind the scenes. And
We are going over the first dev stream for Rifttopia, which I am part of the playtesters for. Let me check the time. Yeah, I got plenty of time.
admin team.
How are you,
Hello?
Angel? How's baby girl? We should see some familiar
Y'all
faces
remember
if
when
you've
I said
played
there
Stream
might be
Raiders.
hiccups? There we go. Hi, it's Huntress. We can't leave Huntress out. Huntress is out and about among everybody's channel doing all the helps. We got Bob is hunting, and we have
There we
Uncle
go.
to Ben.
Uncle to Ben is one of the admin teams and a member of the active member of this community whenever possible, and absolutely awesome.
Guys, these are the behind the scenes admin teams. They are rocking it. They're doing all the things and keeping everything going.
Aww.
So we appreciate them. And then up next, we've got the marketing and community managers, starting with this beauty right here. Starting with this beauty right here. There we go. Ah, look, it is Iron Lord's beautiful
But if you've been
wife,
playing Stream
Christy.
Raiders, you'll recognize a lot
And
of
then,
the people
course, some chick
participating.
named MyStar. I don't know. But guys, this is your marketing and community managers. Once we get in here, once we get the game in y'all's hands, we're going to be who you're working with, so you better be nice. You hear me? You hear me? All right, guys, let's take a look at those units. We don't have a ton for you guys today, but we do have a ton for you guys today. So let me get on off this screen and let's play a game of Who's That Unit. Are you guys ready? Chat, who's that unit? Who do we got here? What is this?
It's our first
Give me
archer.
your best answers in chat right now. Give me your best answers. Who is that? Who's that unit? Pikachu. You guys are not going to let Pikachu go. Yep, y'all aren't going to let it go. It's the Clefairy! You guys are amazing. I apologize for my dog barking in the background if y'all can hear her. I don't know, Quicksilver thinks it's an archer witchy woman. Thinks it's an archer. Alright guys, are you ready? Well, I'm going to tease you a bit
Did you guys
longer,
find
'cause guess
something
what?
alive?
The community went crazy over this. And I want to take a second and I want to show those off. We started with the amazing Yee-Cats. Guys, it's clearly a turkey on the Titanic. After it hit the
Yes, it
iceberg.
was. This was recorded on Twitch. It's
Come on.
available. The dev
Come
game
on. Tell me
VOD is
that is
available
not
on YouTube
turkey
for more
on the
long-term
Titanic
storage.
after it hit the iceberg. Clearly, I mean, Yecats wins, okay? Well then, you guys, we had the amazing community member, Panda Rex, who obviously, it's a panda. It's a panda, you guys. Duh. Nah, you guys, it's our ranger. Ladies and gentlemen, who's that unit? It is our ranger. Guys, this is artwork by Sarah.
Okay.
In chat, you guys will see with that beautiful artist tag. Thank you guys for watching for TwitchCon.
You know what?
We
If it
appreciate
turns
y'all
out
for
it
being
is a
here.
lizard,
Thank
I
you so much
moved
for taking time out of
everything
your
it shouldn't be
day.
there.
Guys, look at
I
that
don't
ranger.
see anything.
Look at that ranger. Can we get some hype in chat for Sarah? It's amazing. Future Ranger. You know, it was the Future Ranger. All right, guys, are you ready for the next one? Are you guys ready for the next one? All right, here we go. Guys, who's that unit?
So we start off with a ranger. It's not an archer.
This one kind of picked up steam in the community. And there was a lot of art. So let's jump into that. Here we go. We have a pizza delivery cat with a scimitar by Vicar of Pizza, aka Vicar of Memes. We have another panda. A panda, excuse me. I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. We have another panda by Panda Rex. Guys, clearly this is a panda game. Clearly, we're missing out. It's a panda game. We had an amazing frog with a lily pad by none other than a
This seems like the right preview for going through the Riftopia stuff.
We have Cat Rogues Rule.
Yes, we need cats.
Enemies Rule by none other than more cat rogues. Yes, that is a real person. Yes, they are in the Discord.
Hi, pretty
and
girl.
yes, they submitted art. Yes. But listen, guys, our devs got into it too. Are you guys ready? Our devs saw you guys having so much fun with this that they decided, hey, we want to do it too. So Sarah decided to do some art. Guys, it's clearly a castle. Look at Sarah's castle. Look at the pixel art behind that. Oh, you're absolutely right, Sarah. All right, and just because our devs could not stop, our very own Iron Lord, of course, saw a Meowth in a trench coat, heavily armed. Now it doesn't end there. We have Keshketsu with an adorable, and I mean, it looks amazing. It got a little pixelated, but let me tell you, that is amazing art. Thank you guys so much for submitting your fan art. Please keep doing it. We're going to keep featuring it on the dev stream and in the Discord. We want to showcase our community. We feel like that's important to us. So guys, guess that unit. What is it, guys? What's this unit? Are y'all ready? Give me your best guesses. I'm going to give y'all a few seconds to give me
Melee.
your best guesses. Ooh, a healer. Okay, a cleric. All right. A duck. Just a duck.
Ducks are good.
I love it. Berserker. Oh, it's clearly a buster. Yeah. All right, chat. Are you ready? Guys, it's our rogue. Guys, this is artwork by JMD. This is our brand new rogue, guys. Look at this.
Is it bad? I just want to
Look
jump
at
to the
this.
where the
Look at
games
the
or where
colors. Look at
the
ears. I don't think you understand how much work goes on behind the scenes with these artists. I don't think you understand. These guys have been working so hard. Can we give them a round of applause? I love it. And I'm going to be asking for this through the whole stream.
Yes.
They've been working so hard behind
the rogue
the
is a
scenes,
cat
guys.
girl.
And now it's time we can show you. Are you ready for the next one? Let's go. Guys, who's that unit?
Is that not awesome?
Unit? Let's start with what the community says. Of course it's a panda. Of course it's a panda from Panda Rex. We've got a Nunchuck Duck. He's quackers, you guys. Nunchuck Duck is stronger than Chuck, and he's gonna rift you up. Everybody was kung fu fighting. And of course, that's for more cat rogues. Moving on, we have the Hamburglar. We have the Hamburglar.
I don't know if that's quite
by
gonna
Immortal
work.
Frog. And then we have this one. And I feel like I am personally attacked by this one. Guys, this is the this is the red-headed mom. Just happens to be wearing Garfield slippers. It's a Greek god. Yes, it is a Greek goddess with Garfield slippers.
Oh, we got ads coming
I
up.
am,
Pickles. You weren't
totally
expecting the
not called
Hamburglar,
out by
yeah.
this one. Immortal Frog. Anyway, hi. It's a Greek goddess with Garfield slippers for no particular reason at all. All right, let's keep going. And then Golden, guys. Golden was like, wait a minute, my star. Wait a minute.
Why did it let me
It's
other?
upside down. It's clearly Weenie the Pooh in a honey pot. Thank you to Gold Ninja for this version of it upside down. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, are you ready? Who's that unit? I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to get it out. Who's that unit, guys? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Paladin. Oh, a warrior. Oh, a mantis. A mantis would be interesting. Oh, yeah, you guys are pretty convinced it's a warrior. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the warrior. It's the warrior. You guys were absolutely correct. Look at the art. Again, art by Sarah in chat. These units have grown up. They have grown up. I did update the model, yes. The art is on point, guys. Seriously. I really wanted to showcase what our artists are doing behind the scenes. Because yes, we've got a game coming out, but there are so many moving parts to this game.
Mm-hmm.
And the art team is very much a huge part of that. So are we ready? Here we go. Guys, who's that unit? This one was the last one to come out. And yeah, this is a little bit easier. Oh, you think it's a paladin? Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's get into what the community thinks. Of course, our amazing community member, Panda Rex, said, well, duh, it's a panda. Are y'all seeing a theme here? Are y'all
no.
seeing a theme here? All right. Now, Immortal Frog
Hello,
went
tiny bud.
quite literal here. Guys, it's a rift water tank. Immortal Frog was like, you know, I can tell what this is, but I'm gonna play with it. So Immortal Frog coming up with the rift water tank. And then we have the amazing Yee-Cats. You guys, I don't think you understand.
The patience somebody would have had.
You understand this image. Oh my goodness.
The patience somebody would have had to do that.
Link's raided the wrong channel. It's okay. Welcome in, Raiders. Link, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. There actually is a raid sound that pops up. But that's okay. It's here. Links, thank you so much. We appreciate you for bringing your community on over here. Thank you.
Okay, so show us our tank already.
Guys, welcome on in. Don't forget to hit that follow button.
I don't mean to be awful, but I want to see it.
All right. So, okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's your tank. Guys, art by Sarah in chat. It's a tank. Look at that tank. Look how great it looks. It is amazing. We love it. We love it. Very special thank you to our artist, Sarah and JMD. You guys will see them in chat. They've got the artist tag beside their names. Stream Raiders flashbacks. Hey, listen, it's coming. It's coming. Oh, you guys are trying to get the playtest link. Oh, We'll get there. Are you guys ready? Let's keep going. There's one more thing.
Okay, I'm
that we
totally
wanna look
jumping
at.
ahead.
There has been some art across. Ladies and gentlemen, this is when you're gonna get to play Riftopia in about 3 weeks. Are you guys excited? Guys, you can apply to be a playtester in
Which
the
is
Discord.
actually closed for anybody
Please
who's
go
up
join
for
the
it.
Discord. We're
And
gonna
they've
take
been chosen. I was
applications.
chosen. That's
Now,
why we're doing
couple
this.
couple things. If you were a playtester in the last playtest, you're already in. You're gonna get to play, but we ask you to go ahead and fill out an application anyway. The application process is really simple. Tell us your name. Tell us when you stream. It's really easy.
I was
So guys,
not a
if you
playtester
wanna
at the
have
first
your
one,
hands on that playtest
but I
on
will be
June
going
the
forward.
20th, get your application in there. Do the things.
So we'll
Get
be
'em
able
in
to play
there. We just
together.
want to see ya. We want to get it in your hands, and we want to get it in your community's hands. So come on, fill out the application, get it in there. It's gonna be awesome, and we're so excited and ready, guys. It's 3 weeks out. Get prepped, get ready, get lurk. Guys, Frosty Tools is going to be there. We're going to be talking about community aspects of it, and we're also going to be talking about how it is a tool for streamers, how we can help you guys get your foot in the door, help you meet your goals. It's the best. Everything. Everything.
I'm kind of skipping ahead at this
Follow
point
it,
because all the good stuff's already been shared.
share it,
Especially if they're not going to
spread
give
the
us a
word.
preview of the actually gameplay,
No
which is
Facebook.
fine.
How about that?
We're not there yet.
Guys, please, if you
I
can type
just
exclamation point socials in chat, get over there, scroll down to our
want to make
about
sure
section.
I
It's all right there. Please
am
follow everything that you are on and share
okay.
everything.
I think that's the
Get 'em
the
in
big
there.
stuff. What do you
Get 'em
guys
in there.
think? There were some previews before the last pretest that I saw before the split with Algos United. And the split ended relatively amicably. Algos is going to design another with stream kind of game, and we will be able to play them both in stream. That is going to be their goal, is to complement the Riftopia game. And so together we'll be able to get these. We will replace Stream Raiders. We will have some fun with it. I will probably be streaming in the gaming categories every weekend, and then I will stream in our regular writing and reading category during the week. So I also think going forward, I'm going to take, at least for the remainder of the summer, I'm probably going to take Thursdays off, and then we will stream probably 6 days a week. And starting June 20th, we will begin playing Riftopia from June 20th until the 30th during the playtest period. I will be streaming in the Riftopia category instead of the writing category. So you guys can find me there. No, it's not. But while there was a rift, they still separated in a manner that allowed each other to thrive. And the team that is working on Riftopia will be ready before the team working on Algos, which is just fine to me. Stuff happens. Had there been a big issue, I would not have applied to playtest the game. I would not have gotten involved in it at all. Had it become the kind of issue that we know for a fact it could have been. So thankfully, that's not where it went. And I am looking forward to playing both games. I think it'll be fun. Riftopia, we got the playtests coming up, but they will probably be ready here not long from now, which is beautiful. I haven't pushed them to give anyone a time frame. I don't think anybody's pushed them to get us a exact timing on it being general play. But I do know that we're all kind of excited those of us who are in the back. Um, there's the 24th. But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this. I think this is going to be good. It'll definitely be good for us to be able to have our timer back for sure. Oh, one of the things that I'm looking forward to with Riftopia 2 is that we're going to be able to set the timers ourselves. So if we want a 15-minute battle, we can do a 15-minute battle. If we want an hour-long battle where you have an hour to drop troops in, we can do that. The thing that I'm trying to find out is if there's going to be a limit how many troops that you as a viewer can drop in that time frame. I haven't gotten that update yet. Because you remember on Stream Raiders you had 30 minutes and as a standard, and then you could add a troop every 5 minutes. So you could potentially add 6 troops and that was capping it. But if the way Riftopia is so far, the previews I've seen, you can drop whatever troops you have. So you start with 3 of each, and then you can drop whatever troops you have into whatever battle you want. So if you're in 3 battles, you can drop in troops in all 3 battles, or you could drop all your troops into one battle, or most of your troops in one battle and one in each of the others, or none in each of the others, and you're only playing in one. But hard to get the prizes from all 3 if you're only in one battle. And then each win or loss, you get the rewards. You could also pick. You will also be able to pick the difficulty level. So if the difficulty is normal, oh, there you go. You can pick the difficulty. So if we wanted to, and having different visions isn't terrible, but in this case, if you want to have it easy, we're going to win everything, which I'll probably start us on easy just to get used to it, and then move us up to normal and move us up to hard. And I think after that it's impossible. I am looking forward to testing this out and to playing it on stream. I would have loved to have kept in the first round. I did not get that opportunity, but I will definitely. This is definitely going to be a lot of fun to me. Okay. You go back up here. Oh no, it wasn't here. It was in the announcements. I want to double check something. Because there was one person. No, I don't see. Okay. Okay. Didn't I already do that? I thought I did that. Okay. I wish it would. Okay. Very cool. Okay, I think I have all the things. And then the event starts on the 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern, so noon my time, and playing or the next dev stream is on the 21st, and I got to get those on my calendar. Okay. Okay, I'm not saying anything. What are you guys hearing when my thing? You should hear the keyboard, obviously, but I feel like there's something else. Huh. Okay, so we've done a little bit. What time is it? Because I know I'm at. Okay, we're gonna actually do this now and then again in about 30 minutes. I do need to step away. I won't be long.
The thumbnail, you know what I'm talking about today. It's competition. I hear a lot of people talk about how Amazon or any industry, really, any creative industry, YouTube, Amazon, uh, print on demand, art supplies, art items. I hear lots about competition and how there's just too much competition and how you just can't get ahead because there's so much competition. So I'm going to we're going to start with some numbers. 8.2 billion people on the earth today, right now, you and I talking, roughly 8.2 billion with a B. Of that 8.2 billion, about 85% of them are literate. So we're just dealing with publishing here. That's roughly 6.7 billion people who can read your book. On Amazon as of 2023, 2024, their numbers were 2.7 million with an M books being uploaded annually every year without fail to the platform, according to their the latest release numbers. Of that, for every book release, that leaves 2,581 people per book for each book. And I don't know anybody who only buys one book that actually reads, that only buys one book. So there are 2,581 people for every single book that is published independently. We aren't doing all the books. I understand that. I don't have the numbers for everything, but for every independently published book, as on KDP, we have more than 2,000 people. We could possibly, maybe, let's knock that down to 2,000 people even instead of 2,500. Let's assume with all the books we get, who can't live off 2,000 people reading your book? Are you producing more than one book a month? I don't know anybody who can't live off of that. So there's no reason to be a starving artist. Again, let's now take those same numbers or take those base numbers. That's 8 billion people, 8 billion, 8.2 billion to appreciate your art, to see what you have created. 8.2 billion people can look at something and appreciate it, can smell something and appreciate it, can hear something and appreciate it. Potentially, you're not even limited by literacy rates if you're creating art. And we can further break that down into specialties as artists. Some people want to be tattoo artists, are tattoo artists, are amazing creators. Some people are perfumers. Some people are digital artists and they make stickers and digital designs and t-shirts and hats and things. And then you've got your people who are making art books and comic books and coloring books. All of these are different specialties just within art. You've got YouTube creators that show how to's. You've got YouTube creators that do discussions like what we're doing. I want you to have a very clear understanding of what competition actually is. As creators, we are not in competition with each other. We're not. There is so much available for us to go around. What we are in competition with is attention. We are looking to say, I have this. I have created this high quality, beautiful thing, and I need you to see it. That's that's what we need to do. That puts us in competition with ourselves, with their interests, with people being people. I have met quite a few really, really phenomenal artists, absolutely phenomenal. And I would recommend each and every one of them in different ways. One of my favorites, they are specializing in tattoos. They do incredible work. They designed one for themselves that is just absolutely stellar. They design cover ups. They do really, really good work. And it's absolutely beautiful. Now, I personally don't have tattoos, but a lot of people I know do. If somebody asks me for a good artist, I know who to send them to. In the same token, a very close person to that person is another artist. They do digital art. It's a different kind of art medium altogether. It's a different kind of capability. It's a different kind of focus. They do a lot of print on demand. They do art for Twitch. They do emotes. They do logos. They create things to help develop a brand. It's a very different place than what you would give when you're going to go sit down in a chair and have someone ink you. Those they are not in competition with each other. They are artists. They are thriving as creatives. They are developing their skills. Each of them put a pen to can put paint to canvas. Absolutely. You have the videographer and the photographer. And their art both differs. It requires an understanding of lighting and motion and movement and environment, but it doesn't mean that the photographer is in competition with a videographer. They're not. And really, a photographer that focuses on weddings may not focus on your children's school pictures, and that makes them separate now. They have taken specialties. They are not in competition with each other. They need you to see what they do so that you can make a choice for what works best for you. Now, when we're dealing with highly localized professions, obviously that changes things up. We're not localized for a lot of our art today. We're not so hyper localized that we can't sell internationally, that we can't connect with people around the world, support them, lift them up, and help each other. Competition today is not against one another. The more we help each other, the more we can share each other, the more all of us rise. There is more than enough to go around. Which one of us could not live off of 2,000 people looking at our books a month or potentially purchasing our books a month? We don't look at the marketplace because it doesn't make this, it's not the same. Look at your books, look at your art, look at your craft, whatever your craft is. Find out how you can improve what you've already done. Push yourself to improve how people are finding out about you. And wherever possible, help another out. If you see a photographer who takes incredible images and puts them out on prints and you have an audience for that, share the artist. Your audience will be grateful that you were honest with them, that you introduced them to somebody they wouldn't have might not have found without you. If you're an author and you know that you have a science fiction audience or you know you have a fantasy audience and you've read a great book or you've connected with a fun author that you think your audience might get a kick out of, suggest it. You have a newsletter you are hopefully cultivating and sending out every week. That's what you do. That's where you send that information. You tell them, look, I just met this person. They're so good. They wrote this wonderful thing. And poof, now you've introduced your audience to this wonderful person and you're helping somebody up. I know we hear a lot about competition. We hear a lot about we got to pay to play. And in a lot of ways today, that's expected. Unfortunately, that's just the way the industry is growing. But there is no reason not to help each other. And there is no way that we have to be in competition with each other. We're in competition for making the better book, our better book, our better construction, our better product, our better whatever. Get with your editor, polish your work, get with your cover artist, get it polished. That's how you are going to sell more and do better. Don't worry about what other people are coming in and doing in a regard of seeing them as a negative to you. See what's working for them. Let them teach you by example. This is working. This is how they are promoting. This is how they are connecting. This is how they are doing. Let them lead you, teach you like a teacher would by setting the example. But they are not your competition any more than you are theirs. Do the best you can, continue to grow and improve, and help each other out. There is no reason for great artists, even in the same town, to not collaborate, to not work together, to not support one another. Often, when that is the case, art is one medium where I see the biggest difference. You will have an artist who is really, really good at murals, who can put up a wall with some really incredible, emotional, thought provoking art. And at the same time, they are not going to be able to sit down and ink your arm because they're just not. All all three artists in the same town might be able to put a good little face paint on you, maybe, or on a kiddo, maybe, but they're not going to have the special effects thing if that's not their specialty. These are these are the ways that you can be the blessing, build your career, and not let competition stand in your way. When you are viewing each other or you are viewing others around you or friends or family or community as competition, you will stand in your own way. And I don't want to see that for you, and I don't want to see that for anyone else. All right, my friends, I hope this helps a little bit. I hope the perspective on competition helps find a way to ease the way you're looking at what you're doing. Take that first step.
Hello, hello. Hmm. Mm-mm. What, baby? Oh, sorry, just finishing up lunch, breakfast, snack, something. Okay. Of course, I made it back in time for ads. Gotta love it. For everybody who downloads and installs Manchington Mansion, if you join the team, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. It'll kind of be based on whatever total we have from the actual raising of money. I still haven't figured out exactly what route we're going. But those who are there, you have to be on the Matchington team though to qualify. And you don't have to invest any money in the game to be part of the giveaway. So sorry about the train. Hmm. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to have to start doing some research on a couple of places for travel because it looks like my mom would like us to meet her out there. So now I got to do all that. I have like 2 countries I'm going to look for: Malaysia and the Philippines, by the looks of it. Mm. Yeah, ads, of course. Mm. Okay. Mm. Mm. Sorry. Absent-minded. Oops.
Ask the tall wolf for help.
Oops.
Do you realize you could have died?
Okay, I can figure this out. I do, but I was trying to check something, and I didn't do it very well, obviously. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Hello. Yes, I got it. Downloaded it. It is in my my task list. I just just did that. Okay. Where is that? There we go. And after I shifted this, uh, okay, all set. Oh, there we go. That is a fun emote. How are you? Are you still live? Are you live? Were you live? Did I miss you? That's smart. Much smarter. That is very smart. It's good to have a break planned in. I have got too much that I am not getting done if I don't. Oh, how fun. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you enjoyed your evening out, and congratulations on graduation. Okay. That is awesome. And now I'm going to be shifting gears once we get our once Riftopia is officially out, I will be shifting gears to streaming in the game categories on the weekends. So we will plan the things that will actually be fun here. I hope you guys have an absolutely stupendous day. I really do. This is such a great, big, fun thing. Okay. Okay. Sorry, the whole breathing thing seems like it's an important idea. She's over here, so can you? I don't know if you guys can see her, but she is just very intent watching the lawnmower. Okay, I am gonna bounce over.
Justice Mark. It's a federal.
Wrong one. Where did I put that? You know, I can't. I don't like my order. Is the microphone sits in front of what I'm doing, which is not good. Oh, you get to see my lovely mess.
You don't need a
This
lawyer.
is where my
Yes.
my video. I didn't load the video. That's what it is. So ignore the background. This is the one I was supposed to load. That's what I screwed up. I thought that looked weird. I knew it was there. It just I'm so confused. Okay.
Creative at heart.
So I'm going to leave
He
this up
landed
here for
Martians in
everyone.
our
I am going
backyards
to
and
run to
wrestled with
drop
the
do the
future
things I
of
need to do, and I
humanity
will be right
itself,
back.
and he took it on. He occasionally quarreled with Jules Verne and stood among some of the greatest literary minds in all of history. Born in Bromley, Kent in 1866, the youngest of four children to Sarah and Joseph Wells, Herbert George came into a world full of change. At this point, we had the industrial age really taking hold, and he saw breakthroughs in science that were immeasurable at the time. And he's just been a real standout kind of character because he came from very humble beginnings, unlike some of the people we've already discussed who came from exceptional prominence or families with money. H.G. Wells, as the world would come to know him, really knows the meaning of financial anxiety and class changes and differences. He allowed these things to impact and affect the creativity that he expressed. Starting at the very beginning, Joseph Wells was a young man with big dreams when he met Sarah Neal. He was the son of a gardener and got a job on the Upmark estate as a gardener himself, but his true passion was cricket. This
man went on to meet and marry the beautiful Sarah Upark, who was a household maid after a great number of years of just being a gardener in several places. Even the place that he worked right before he went to Upark, he was there for quite a few years as a young man. And amusingly, he was working for a gentleman named Joseph Wells as well, but he was a member of the lower nobility, whereas our Joseph was a gardener. While he was in Kent, after he had met the love of his life, uh, he found himself absolutely dedicated to his family, but more dedicated to his cricket game. And he also saw the opportunity to open a shop in town, so as a primary method of income, but his focus really was on his cricket. Once he actually took 4 wickets in 4 balls, which I knew very little about cricket before this. That is quite an impressive feat that he was able to accomplish this. It is not something that everybody can, and to say the least. So he had a demonstrable level of skill that he proved would be incredible. However, during the era in which he was playing, professional cricket didn't pay often, and it usually paid seasonally. So he didn't make enough at cricket to support his family. He had a little bit of local fame. It helped occasionally with the shop. Now, Herbert's mother, Sarah Neal Wells, she was initially at a slightly better social standing. She was the inside maid. She worked directly for the lady of the house. And so she had a slightly different place at Upark than what Joseph did as far as perception goes. And I don't fully understand how these divisions came during in class in the Victorian era, but this is the way it was understood to them. And working as the lady's maid gave her a sneak peek into the way the elite ran their families and their households, and it helped her to understand the expectations and manners and behaviors of the children of the household. And Sarah herself was an intelligent woman, very resourceful, and absolutely fiercely dedicated to her children, determined that her children were going to have the education of the upper class, hopefully being able to transition from where they're at and improve their standing. So this means that Herbert already is has the foundation of a absolutely devoted family, but right with financial concerns because their father wasn't able to really provide for the household consistently, and the shop did mediocre at best for the most part. So there was a lot of financial concerns right from go with this couple. And they went on to have 4 children, Herbert George being the last. And so they did everything they could to keep up appearances. And the children went to school as early as possible and as often as possible, but it wasn't uncommon for schooling to be interrupted due to financial concerns. Atlas House, which was the name of the shop that they lived in or lived above and ran, it was their home and their business, was located on High Street in Kent. And it became a very cramped lifestyle for all of them. It was everyone together in one spot. It was listening to things crack and break from people walking through the shop or just happenstance. And each one of those memories was a memory of something breaking and being no longer something they could sell and make a profit off of. It was a loss to them. So he came to understand the sounds of desperation, the sounds of financial challenge. And it got deeply ingrained in him that he wanted to be able to see things change. With Joseph's cricket money being so unreliable and the shop barely making ends meet, they eventually had to file for bankruptcy, which today, if we file for bankruptcy, there's kind of a feeling of, well, you're just not so good with money. But at the time that they filed, it came with a significant stigma as well. And so they already had this working class stature. They had this work already paying bills one bit of money to the next, kind of the paycheck to paycheck mentality. And eventually they also had this overwhelming stigma of having to file for bankruptcy. Now, this financial disaster provided a whole nother problem for this family. They needed to find a new way to support the family and take care of them. They still had two that couldn't apprentice out, Herbert and his brother Frederick. Uh, they usually called him Frank. The older two, though, they either got an apprenticeship or they went to stay with family after the bankruptcy, which divided the household significantly. Additionally, it was Sarah who went out and got a job, and she went back to Upper, and she became a head maid in the lady's household once again. She was already established as someone that could be trustworthy, and so she was able to reside there and send some money back to her husband so he could take care of the children. And this fracture created a great deal of problems for the family, obviously, as you would expect for two young children who were not really ready to be separated from everyone they knew and loved. There was a constant shame that hung over their head. There was the feelings of inequality that was reinforced when he visited Uppark to see his mother and when they spent time with her there. And it just really gave him this unique perception of the class divide at the time. And when he identified how massive that gap really was, it kind of fueled the way he looked at the world and it changed his perspective. Then, when he was about 8 years old, something significant happened. You could argue that this was one of the most pivotal breaks in all of literary history. I can honestly say it was certainly something that changed the course of Herbert's life. A young man from nearby came over to check on the littler boys, probably a young teenager, just playing around with the littler people, and he threw Herbert up in the air and did not execute the catch very well. Herbert came down and broke his leg. This forced him to be solitary for quite a bit of time. It was during this time that his father then began going to the market and to the library, and they would rotate out books for the young man persistently. And this cultivated his love of reading. And so, as he entered education on a more consistent basis after this, he already had this let me suck in the reading. It didn't matter what they brought him, it was a fantastical book of the past or a story from the magazines or just anything he could get his hands on. It was just the tiny little push this young man needed to ignite the flame of creativity, to feed the way his soul would eventually drift, the where he yearned to be. And so being physically stuck to heal as he was flourishing in his education was one of the greatest inciting things that could have happened for this man. He went to Thomas Morley's Commercial Academy initially. This school was his first long-term private school. It allowed him to be trained for the future arts, at that time apprenticeships and moving into factory work or regular routine things that were common among the working class. Unfortunately, as I said, his education had been interrupted. So by the time he was 14, he was faced with the need to become an apprentice himself. His family connections put him in touch with a draper. He started to apprentice there, and it was the humdrum, dullest, worst thing experience in his life. He spent the first few little bit of time just getting used to the routine, which was things like getting out of bed at 7:30, and then he would get immediately into let's go clean the shop, and then we have to get dressed, and then we have to do dinner, and like or breakfast, and every little thing until dinner was planned for him, and it was repetitive and it was humdrum. But then on the weekends, he got to go to his uncle's house, who was nearby the draper, and spending some time with his uncle on the weekend really gave him this feeling of freedom. And then on top of that, he had two cousins, one of which was named Isabel, who would later they would become much closer in time. But these weekend trips were just huge for him because these were his freedom. These were his introduction to awesomeness as far as he was concerned and to being important. And not only that, but to not having to live this very humdrum, boring, dull existence that he felt every day during the week. And the impact this had on him just reinforced his frustration with the repetitive nature of the back and forth every single day at the draper's place or as an apprentice. So partway through his apprenticeship, he had a little bit of a disagreement with another apprentice, and the disagreement became physical, and Herbert got let go because you're not actually supposed to clock your apprentices or the other apprentices, and that's what he did. This eventually brought him back to his uncle, where he stayed for a time, and his uncle put him in contact with um, someone with at the Midhurst Grammar School, where he got to teach the younger and still learn. So it was kind of a student pupil arrangement, kind of getting to paid to teach, and then that paid to teach gave him his education. And it was here that somebody noticed exactly how smart Herbert really was. And this unique arrangement led him to a scholarship at the Normal School of Science in South Kensington. Today, it is part of the Imperial College of London, but at the time, this scholarship gave him his first taste of, "I don't have to do all the things." He earned £1 a week in addition to his education being paid for, which was enough for him to continue his studies from 1884 to 1887 without having to juggle a job. He was able to really focus on what he was learning, to flourish under the tutelage of his professors, and for him to really see life become what it should be. At the normal school, Wells studied under Thomas Henry Huxley, kind of known as Darwin's bulldog. He was an evolutionist and a very passionate one. But end, to that end, he taught Herbert the structure of the scientific method, which went on to influence how Herbert looked at the world around him and answered the questions, what if? He was absolutely dedicated at this point to learning more about biology, learning more about evolution, learning more about how he can apply that to the classroom subjects, how he can apply that to the real world. And eventually, for Herbert, this moved on to human society itself. Without getting his degree because money was still tight, he found that his passion was starting to shift from just reading and learning and studying scientific things to writing and communicating these scientific things. And that scientific education gave him everything he needed to make the writing flourish. He continued to study as he could, but he also took on some more teaching jobs. And eventually he took on a job with the Holt Academy in Wales. All of this time writing scientific papers, reflecting on things that he had learned and making it understandable to the general public that might read it or the magazines he was writing for. And then you can kind of say history forced a new change for Wells because in 1887 he took his students out to play football and he was playing with them soccer if you're in the United States. One of those students eventually collided with his kidney and crushed it. This was very serious for the time, and this meant that with the internal bleeding and other injuries that the doctors could not get to without possibly complicating stuff, he was forced back into bed. He was forced to sit still. Except unlike in his childhood where he was reading books and writing parodies and satire and what we might today call fan fiction of comic strips from the different magazines, this time he was writing his own stuff and he was reflecting on a variety of the things going on around him and the world around him as he knew it. And this was very, very hard on him. While he's at the Holt Academy, he had gotten married to his cousin Isabel that we mentioned a little bit earlier. And this really left a toll on her because while he was sitting here writing and confined, income still had to come in from somewhere. And she had to pick up some positions and she had to put herself out there to do that. And that was very difficult for her because she also came home and then had to take care of Herbert, who really couldn't get out of bed anyway. But on top of that, the cooking and the cleaning and the everything else. And this began to grate on their marriage, which was already relatively young at the time. So by the 1887, we have a relatively new husband injured, a teacher who is flourishing in his personal career, but not his personal life. While he's down, though, to continue to earn money, to continue to contribute, he's churning out essays and short stories and things that he could get published, things that would grab people's attention, things that would fuel what would happen in the future. And just as he's about to recover, he completes his first masterpiece, his first full length novel, The Time Machine. And in 1895, this book is released, and it perfectly showed off his unique talent as a science communicator and his commentary on social standard and status, as well as his ability to create a fictional universe to make these ideas clearly understood. And this became the groundbreaking novel that built from other of his short stories. One that was brought out was The Chronic Argonauts, which was a short story released in 1888, just after he went down with the kidney injury. Uh, that one was released in the Science Schools Journal. And then all of the revisions and all of the adaptations from that one short story became The Time Machine, which gave him overnight success. Unfortunately, by the time The Time Machine was released in 1895, his marriage kind of ran its course, which is the really kind of the heartbreaking part of this because she was there and dedicated and really trying, but it was a real hard thing because it was just so much. And then, they went their separate ways. So he had all this great success, but he didn't have someone to celebrate that with at that time. That didn't change the fact that as he was creating the beauty that is the time machine, he was still learning and he was still incorporating things like his economic ideas that he gained from Karl Marx and the scientific aspects he gained from T.H. Huxley. These are truly unique integrations to H.G. Wells' first and many of his other novels. And if you haven't read The Time Machine, you can see it in the way he structured everything. The immediate enthusiastic reception of this book, the Saturday Review praised it as a work of remarkable power and imagination. Unfortunately, some people didn't like the commentary he was making in that book and the class distinction and the very different approaches that he took to the Eloi and to the Morlocks. And these are things that were very important to the integration of this story. And so, as much as there were a lot of critics that encouraged it, and if you haven't seen the movie that was made off of it, you won't probably have the same understanding or any understanding. But before that, the book was written. The movie came out, I can't remember I forgot to note the year the movie came out. I can look that up though. But The Time Machine, when it was first written, left people with a very distinct understanding of his view of the world. And it provided a professional breakthrough that was immeasurable. His marriage to Isabel was finalized in 1894. In 1895, The Time Machine came out. And by late 1895, he had met Amy Catherine Robbins, his Jane, and started a brand new life together. This combination turned out to be very, very beneficial for him. And they started a journey together, Herbert and Jane, that would last their lifetimes. His new marriage to Jane and his
Hello.
professional career by
Streamer is back.
1896.
I know, it's terrifying. So what do you guys think of the H.G. Wells video? I still haven't heard any feedback on that. I would love to know what you guys think about it. And welcome in Ito and Cypher. Your company is always appreciated. And Darth. Oh, I missed the raid. I did. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope everyone went over and followed Ito. Of course, it's ads. Of course, it's ads. Good morning, Base. It is a pleasure to see you. Okay. There we go. Where? Okay. I don't. I know what my timelines are.
all of my series are released in serial, consist like one after the other, timeline wise as well. But no, I don't create some kind of a timeline. I could or should probably for the website. Okay, come on, computer. Catch up with me. I just want to get the background noise going again. Okay. Yes, I know it's scary. 12 hours of sleep piano for cats, healing and purring. I had no idea that was a thing. Okay, music is rolling again. Okay. Why don't Sundays ever get into fights? Because they're too busy stacking pancakes, not problem. I love that one. Oh, I love that one. We should totally do pancakes today. We should totally do pancakes today. I haven't done pancakes in forever. That will mean going next door to wash dishes. I'm grateful I can go next door to wash dishes. I am grateful for the things that we do have. While I would love to have running water and other strange things in the house, I am still grateful for what we do have. But pancakes sound good. You are! That was kind of ridiculous and unnecessarily spontaneous. She jumped off of here to chase the baby over there in the kennel. Are you starting to see the things come together a little bit anyway? Did you fill out the form for Book Sprout? Okay. I have not checked. I need to go through that now so that I can get those uploaded. I do apologize. Oh, you made a separate account, so you're not going to do it through the form I sent you. You're going to do it yourself? Cool. That's awesome, Cypher. If you created an account, that would be going through your stuff, and that's fine. That's wonderful. It does help. It will be helpful. I will be lurking in your stream, my friend. So if not, I will come harass you. I am going to have to do something, though. Okay, I need the ads to go away. Mm. You are epic. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The Incredible Kitten Sapphire brought me breakfast because they're awesome. Pancakes still sound good, but I am not doing that while I'm on stream. I'm pretty sure I dropped the link in the Discord. Let me go double check. But I was pretty sure I dropped it in Discord during our conversation. Yep. Yeah, it's there. And I shared it during, I think, right after our conversation. But if you've already signed up for Booksprout, then you're set. You can do it. You can set it up yourself, and that's just fine. It's just an offer that I can provide without you having to invest. But it's totally fine if you do. Hmm. I am quite happy to help. And I'm not so worried about reciprocity. If at some point you refer someone to me as a paying customer, that'd be just fine. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm not doing this because I need paid back. I want to help where I can. Okay. I apologize for getting really quiet. Oh, welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Janice. Thank you so much for coming in. It is a pleasure to see you. How are you? How was your stream? How is everyone doing? It is a pleasure to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. You are playing Dark Souls. How was the stream? Did you guys have fun? I haven't played Dark Souls. I have heard I should, though. See, this is storytelling. Anybody who knows that I like storytelling games usually suggest that's usually on the list of the ones that come up in discussions. Even if it's not the first one, it's on the list somewhere. I've heard it several times, more than several times. Oh, very cool.
Hmm. I will keep that in mind, Base. Okay. Again, ladies. I do not understand my crazy kitties. Okay, so podcast prep is tomorrow. No. Yeah. Podcast prep is tomorrow. Meeting with Base is tomorrow night. Barbecue is sometime in between. Oh no. Okay. Guys, I gotta shut down stream. My dad just ran into an emergency situation, and he was sitting here trying to blow it off like it's not what it is. Because of course he was. Guys, we are going to rate a friend of mine who is absolutely stupendously epic. She is absolutely wonderful. You guys are going to love her. If you haven't met her yet, you will in just a moment, and you'll be so glad you did. I do apologize that this is going to be a rated run for obvious reasons. I love you guys. I will talk to you soon.